Hello, everybody. It is July 18th, 2022. I'm Drew,
And I'm Tara.
and this is Melon Fights, I guess it's a sports and entertainment podcast. That's what we are.
Yeah,
I don't know how else to explain it.
sure.
Oh
And
my
maybe
God.
sometimes
Cat shows
what?
up the second I start recording, meowing her ass off. She literally hasn't been out all day, and now she's like, I need to see you, Daddy. What do you want? Lay down. What were you saying? Sorry.
um, who knows? I think I was saying something along the lines of I think the entertainment is we're just gonna entertain the socks off of you,
Oh wow.
right?
What about the sports? We're sporty gals.
We're sporty gals that entertain the socks off you.
There you go. I love it. So there's no movie this week, so we don't
No.
have to worry about that. We will get to listener emails later on. We had a few regulars. We did have one new emailer
Ooh,
this week.
I love it.
So yeah, I'm excited about that. They're pretty good. Our emailers are getting good at what they do. Um, so
They're part
maybe
of the
that's
show.
they are part of the show. Let's start with you, Bagsy. Do you got anything that you want to lead off with? Anything that grabbed your goich this
Uh,
week?
that grabbed my goich.
I don't know. Hey,
Uh,
she's
I would.
fucking with cords now.
Jeez.
Get out of
Cats,
here.
am I right? Well,
Yeah.
here's the deal. Because when I reached out to Drew because I didn't remember if I had any assignments outside
Mhm.
of my movie since I wasn't doing it, and you gave me the two assignments, and I was kind of like, and then I ended up having a lot of fun with them.
Oh, that's
So I
good.
don't know if
Because
you, I don't know if you want
I
to
didn't,
start with that.
I didn't come up with the Nebraska thing. I forgot
Okay,
even
well,
after I told you. So
we
let's
can.
start with
I
the
don't know if
Nebraska.
that's
Let's start with Nebraska. Or is that the one you were having
yeah,
fun with? Yeah. Start with
yeah,
Nebraska. I'm gonna enjoy this
because
since I didn't do it. I get to kind of just be the audience for it. So if you guys weren't listening last week, there's a really terrible Nebraska commercial where it talks about how they're the weird kid and then that the state's not for everyone. It was a
yeah, and
terrible,
how
terrible catchphrase. Good commercial, bad catchphrase. So we
yeah.
were gonna try to
Well,
rewrite something for him.
well, Dad had a take on it where he was like, I have a different take on that punchline or whatever you call it, tagline. I don't know what we call it.
What was his
But he
take?
said it's not for everyone, but it was kind of like mass appealing, so it kind of was making it seem like it was for everybody, and it kind of made it feel special that, oh, it's not for everyone, but it is for me. I really liked that, so it made
Oh, he
the
thinks it's
view.
like it was fucking with people's heads. It was
Yeah,
like it was what's the word I'm looking? It was manipulative. It's like,
yes,
you get this, and then at the end, it's not for everyone. Oh, but it's for me. But I didn't think
yeah,
it came off that way. That may have been the intention. It didn't come
right,
off that way. It came off as like, it's like, hey, stay out of here if you ain't. Stay out of here. Basically, it felt very
yeah.
like, stay away, lefties.
Yeah, exactly.
or the other, or the
Um,
other. So I guess maybe that's the thing is I think maybe anyone who watches it might go like, oh, but not me. Fuck you.
right,
That might be. I
exactly.
think the unintentional. I think what he's saying is correct. They thought that's what it
Sure.
was, but it's like, oh, you don't like us liberals, or you don't like us not liberals. I can't think what that's called.
Conservatives.
Conservatives. I think both sides could take it that way. Be like, oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Oh,
that's my
okay.
take.
Well, I'm going to come and crash your party.
Tara, I'm going to say something that makes me very happy. The internet is working because your
Woo!
number is you're like 57%
I
uploaded already.
know.
You guys don't know this, but we're just my parents' internet was whack for I don't know 10 years.
Yeah. Well, the guy ended up coming here and checking it, and basically he said everything about it was terrible.
Yeah.
Like, the cables that there were supposed to be 6 cables and there was only 2, so it was basically like driving a car on flat tires.
Sure.
It was trash. And then we ended up getting a new router, so hopefully we're in business.
Seems to be fired up. Seems to be flowing.
Good.
I like it.
I
I
love
like
it.
what's happening from it.
Okay.
Cool. Back to Nebraska. Back to reality.
So what I ended up doing is I was like, I don't know anything about Nebraska. So I did some like Google searches on what Nebraska is famous for. And
Corn.
see, I didn't want to go for the
But I'm just saying that's what
corn.
it's famous for. Corn.
Yeah,
That's the
corn
end.
and like
That's the
wheat or
beginning. That's the
something.
end. And just being the
It's
middle. No, it's corn. It's not famous for wheat. It's famous for corn.
agriculture.
And being in the corn. They are the
Okay.
corn huskers. They are famous for corn, and that is it. And being in the dead center of the country, and no one ever going there.
I know.
You can say they have these other things here, but they are famous for corn.
Yeah, corn.
All
So,
right.
one of the things that I found, a fun fact about Nebraska, is they
Yeah.
are the home of the largest weight room in the USA.
What?
Yeah.
Is it at
It's
the
the
university?
It is at the university and it is humongous. It's like acres long. So, I had 3 different taglines. Is it called a tagline? What are we calling this?
Yeah, it's a tagline.
I got 3 different taglines out of this one. The first one is Nebraska. Do you even lift, bro?
I just love the idea of like, because the reason they have such a giant weight room at Nebraska is because Nebraska thinks they're like awesome at football, and they sink all this money into their football program. And Nebraska has been terrible
suck.
and hasn't mattered for 30 years.
Yeah.
They came to the Big Ten about, I don't know, 10 years ago, something like maybe 15 years ago.
Yeah.
15 years ago, we'll say.
Mm-hmm.
And they have sucked. They thought they were going
Yeah.
to come and like dominate the Big Ten, and they have sucked in the Big Ten.
They're so bad.
But they're so proud of their football heritage, and they suck at it.
Oh.
They're like, oh, but I
And
guess
their
if we lift
coach right-
weights.
Their coach right now is like a former player, and he's just a big old douche, and he sucks just as bad as the other coaches. So yeah.
Yeah, he came from a small school and was like really successful there, and he came to Nebraska, and this is like this. It's a different ball game.
It is. It's the Big Ten, baby. Okay,
the Big Ten,
so
baby.
I have 2 more for just because they have the largest weight room.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Nebraska. I work out.
Oh, they're all weight room related.
I have 3 that are weight room related.
Oh, okay. So okay, all right.
And then I'll
What's the
have
next?
more as we go on. And then the last one is Nebraska. Do you know where the weight room is with like a muscle doing this? Like the point with the.
Oh, all right.
Next
All
fun
right.
fact about Nebraska.
Yeah.
Spam is made in Fremont, Nebraska.
Spam.
So my tagline is Nebraska. Hawaii ain't got shit on us.
Well, because do they like
Because
spam
they love
in
spam.
Hawaii?
They love spam. And
But
if
it's
that's
invented in
confusing,
Nebraska.
it's manufactured in Nebraska.
Oh.
It also,
So yeah.
and like if that confused somebody, it could be Hawaii ain't got shit on us. ... We make spam, just so people
Oh wow.
understand it a little better.
Sure. I like going after Hawaii because like
I
obviously
know,
people want to visit Hawaii, like because it's for
Exactly.
tourism, and it's like,
Yes.
What's Hawaii got? Everything else? We got spam,
Well,
baby,
We're the ones who
and
make
big
it.
weight rooms.
Yeah.
We crush spam and get swole. We're Nebraska.
Yeah.
I love it. What else you got?
The next fun fact is Rocky Mountain oysters are a delicacy that Nebraskans love. And for those of you who don't know what those are bull testicles.
Bull balls.
Nebraska, we eat balls.
Ooh.
Or Nebraska, where testicles are served breaded and fried.
Oh wow. I like the first one better.
I do too.
That could really bring in a male demographic of all types. Of all
Yeah.
types. Any male who has balls.
Exactly.
Any.
Any
male who has testicles, they hear that, they're like, ooh, I could go there.
Exactly. They're
That's
like,
good.
that sounds like a good time.
That sounds like a place to be. Anything else on the ball front?
Nope, just those two.
And then what
So
else?
in
Are there how many more
1987,
categories? How many more? Oh, there's a lot. I like this.
I think there's just two more
That's fine. It's gonna be as many as you want.
categories. In 1987, in Alliance, Nebraska, an
Mm-hmm.
artist, he made a replica of Stonehenge, but
Mm-hmm.
instead of stones, he made it with cars and calls it
Oh,
Carhenge.
Carhenge.
And yes, Nebraska.
You say henge
If you
weird.
if you think Stonehenge is cool, come check out Carhenge. You'll shit yourself.
What the fuck are you talking about? It's
Hey,
good. I
it's
love it.
very good.
It's good, but it's wild.
Well,
Is there
sometimes
another
you gotta
henge
get
one? You got another car henge one?
no.
That's good. I mean, I'll probably never see Stonehenge in my life, but
No.
I'm now thinking about taking a trip to Carhenge. Does it still exist?
Um
I mean, it better if it's going to be
yeah,
in the tagline.
it definitely still exists. It's
Okay.
like so strange looking.
Weird.
I realized I didn't write a catchphrase for this one, so you might have to figure it out. It's just
All right.
it's just a fun fact.
Okay.
So, the world's largest ball of stamps was created in Boys Town, Nebraska. It's made
Yeah.
of 4,655,000 stamps, and
It's a ball of stamps?
It's a ball of stamps, and it's
Okay.
600 pounds. And
Okay.
it gets a 4-star on TripAdvisor.
Wow.
I went and looked at it, and I don't know why anyone would go and see
Ball
it.
of stamps? Hold on.
Yeah,
Let me
and they're
see
from
it.
all over the world. Lots of different stamps. And yeah.
All right. Let me look at it and then see if I can get a thing for it. Okay. It almost looks like it's mosaic tile.
Yeah.
It doesn't look that uncool.
No.
It's kind of a cool, interesting looking thing. Almost. You know what? I got one for it, Terry. You ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Nebraska. We aren't for everyone. I think it's accurate.
Yeah.
I think they might have to change the first part of the commercial.
Sure.
To really show that, like, because it sells it like it's in, like, oh, everybody's, but it's not. It maybe not be for everyone.
Yeah.
Change that first part of it. Show how weird some of this
show
stuff
the
is.
stamps and
But
show
don't, like,
the Carhenge.
Yeah, but don't make it like, oh, like, but we'll. Yeah, I think that Nebraska. All right. While you were sitting there, I did a quick Google search of famous people from Nebraska because
Marlon Brando.
Yeah, Marlon Brando. You weren't supposed to say anything because I had
Sorry.
things to say, but whatever. Fuck it. Forget what I was gonna do. Forget my bit.
Oh,
Thanks, T.
I'm sorry.
Thanks,
cut it.
T.
Just cut it out and start over.
No, you ruined it. You ruined it. I'll hit. Oh, you know what? I'll go with a different one because I am. I guess
Flexible?
I'm a little more. No, I'm a little more progressive than you. Malcolm X is from Nebraska, which surprised me, I will say.
Yeah.
For some reason, I figured he was probably some, like, from the East Coast or something like that, or the West Coast. I didn't figure him to be middle of the country thing, but really that makes a lot more sense that he's from the middle of the country because that's where a lot of the civil rights stuff was going down. Was in that area in the South and in the Midwest, like the lower Midwest. Interesting. I didn't have a bit for that though. I'm just more you can only first thing you think is Marlon Brando, but
that's what I saw. I only saw
I'd say
him
Malcolm X.
Warren Buffett.
Who do you think is more famous, Malcolm X or Marlon Brando? Historically, it's Malcolm X.
Yeah.
Most people probably don't know who younger people probably know who Malcolm X is.
Right.
Or I bet they have no idea who Marlon Brando is. I would say. I'm just doing one more quick run through of them all. No one's even close to those two. Nick Nolte is cool though. I like Nick Nolte.
Yeah.
Couple like athletes. Henry Fonda is another one, but I think it's those two. Warren Buffett is the richest person ever from that state, I would say. I mean, that's pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, he might even Warren Buffett might be even more famous than Marlon Brando. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not everyone
either.
knows who Warren Buffett is, though. Like, it's
Probably
not like
not.
the same as like Steve Jobs or the other rich folk that did stuff. So cool, Nebraska. Come visit.
I have one more.
Oh, what? You acted like
Just-
that was it?
No, one more.
Oh,
Kool-Aid was invented in Hastings,
yeah.
Nebraska.
Okay.
So I said, Nebraska. Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ. That's good. That's good. I think you nailed it. I think if anyone listened to this, send an email and tell us what one you like best, or if you have any of your own, which we do have in some emails later.
Oh, fun.
We did get a couple Nebraskas sent our way.
I love it.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. So you didn't have to watch a movie this week. Did you watch did you watch anything on your own that you enjoyed? Maybe that's for entertainment purposes. We're going to see if you watch anything on your own that maybe you could throw at people like, "Hey, I didn't watch a classic that a lot of people like, but I may have watched this piece of shit."
I don't think I
you
watched
Terry,
anything.
Terry, you have the TV on all the time. What are you watching? What are you
it's
watching
just
all
like
the time?
background stuff.
What is on while you
Like
watch TV? Because you literally have the TV on all the time.
Do you live with me? I used to watch stuff all the time because I had DVR in my room.
Mhm.
But now that I don't really watch stuff.
Sure.
I put like sports crap on in the background, and then oh god,
I'm asking you to name something that you could suggest.
I don't have anything to suggest because want to know what I've gotten into lately, which I am so embarrassed to admit.
What?
I started watching like Oxygen true crime bullshit.
No,
like
Tara.
Snapped. I know.
No.
I always
do
hated
that.
people that did that, and all of a sudden I started watching it.
No.
I know.
Those things aren't. There's so many of them too. Every time I turn on one of these streaming sites, there's a whole new one.
I know.
I'm just like, I can't. They're all the same.
I
They're
know.
all basically the same at this point.
They really are. Well,
I
I
don't know,
watch like is it I don't know what it's called, but yeah, I'm embarrassed. I need to stop it, and I need to start watching actual things. Because when you asked me that question, I was literally like, I didn't watch anything this week.
Well, the TV was on, so you were watching something.
I just told you what I watched.
I know,
and
you told
I'm
me.
embarrassed.
It's terrible. It's
I know.
terrible. I will not accept that as a. No one watch what she said to watch. What's it called? Not a specific one, just any of them.
Well, it just was on in the background, so like Snapped. I watch a lot of YouTube too. I watch a lot of YouTube about like fragrances. I am terrible. I need to get my act together. I'm doing a podcast about entertainment.
It's a sports and entertainment podcast. You need to watch shit, have stuff on, see new things. I don't care if you watch whole series, but watch a first episode, watch a random episode. What are you doing? Okay. Snapped in sports. Tara, sports is boring. They talk about the same thing.
People don't like it.
No, I mean, I don't mind sports, but those sports shows that you have on are useless. It's just people talking about the exact same thing every day. Just every day.
I know.
They talk about the same stuff they're talking about a year ago. Still. But I do want to talk about something.
What?
It's interesting. So, did you see the LeBron James Drew League stuff?
Yeah.
So those who don't know that aren't big sports fans, there's this thing called the Drew League. And it's like a professional summer basketball league, but it's not really, but it's like got a bunch of non-NBA players in it. And every once in a while, a couple every year NBA players will go and play in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Kevin Durant has like a famous Rucker Park thing where he did it, and it was like he went off and people were going wild.
Yeah.
And LeBron James did it for the first time since 2011. So it's been 11 years, and he's an old man. He's my age. He's 37.
Mm-hmm.
And he went to do it. And here's what I want to say. Did you watch the clips?
Yeah.
Normally, when you watch those clips, people are going bananas when people do stuff. Even if it's dumb, they go nuts. Like the crowd goes wild. LeBron James was doing stuff that most people can't do, and no one cared. Like the crowd kind of cheered, but they were.
I thought they were cheering.
Tara, wrong. You could. I don't even know that this audio. I don't even know if the audio in it was the audio from it. I think they almost added fan cheers. I think LeBron James has got to the point now where people like undervalue how insane what he's doing is at the age he's at. I'm kind of like coming back, or even though he's annoying, I think I'm coming back around at his age that he does what he was. No one in that floor could even touch what he was doing. No. Like DeMar DeRozan was on his team, and people were like, "Oh, DeMar DeRozan, he was so good last year." Like that guy's a joke compared to LeBron James.
Yeah,
he's a joke. LeBron James has been in the league for 20 years almost. Next year will be 20 years, and he really isn't any less impressive, which makes him more impressive.
Mm-hmm.
But the crowd didn't give a shit, Tara. Like there weren't like you could see it where you could see everyone's heads. Like from the back of their heads, from a couple of the shots, you could see the people in front of their heads and stuff. And they didn't even like, there was no arms going up or anything like that. And people getting excited. Like there was some cheering and there's a couple people everywhere. But like, I've watched those Drew League clips before and the NBA guy comes, they go fucking nuts. And it's LeBron was doing some pretty, it was just all so it's so casual when he does it that people like
yeah.
I don't care. Like, I don't care. It's LeBron. Like, I'm not that, he's not doing anything too exciting. But if some other random,
so easy.
Right. But if some other random dildo out there did it, they'd be like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Like there's a couple where they do throw lobs off the backboard to him and he dunks it and people barely react. But if some other doofus did it that was there, they would have been like going nuts. But when LeBron does this, it's like we expect it. That's kind of, I think, where I think the argument for GOAT, I don't want to have that argument.
Sure.
I think we did the first episode.
Yeah.
We talked about it a little bit, but the only thing I'm starting to really realize is LeBron is being, it's almost like we've seen it for so long that we've become numb to it. Mm-hmm. And we actually aren't even realizing how awesome he is. There's some things he does now that are dumb. He doesn't play defense a lot, but like less than he did when he doesn't need to. But nor does most people in the NBA. Like,
right,
when he needs to play defense, he does.
Energy, yeah,
when he needs to, he does.
Yeah,
just like the rest of the league. But I think everyone's numb to it, and it's. I'm starting to like. I'm not saying he's the GOAT.
Sure.
But I'm saying that I think he's getting he's undersold actually at this point, underappreciated, which is wild.
I feel like he's been that way for quite a few years, just because it is so easy for him. And I mean, I think sometimes people get irritated by his personality or his off the court stuff. So they kind of don't want to give him his props, but I don't know. Just the fact that he is playing at the level he's playing at, going into his 20th season, is crazy.
Yeah.
It seems like his body isn't broken down. And
yeah.
Did you hear what he said on the shop?
No.
He said, because he was asked if he, like, where his mindset was for winning, and he is like, I'm obsessed with it. Like, I am just as obsessed with it in year 20 as I was the first year I was in the league. And he basically called out his teammates where he's like, not everyone has, I don't even think he was calling it out, like, not everyone has that same drive that he has. Like, very few people probably do at the level that he does. But he was saying how he wishes that he would be sometimes that he played tennis or golf, so it was only him that he had to rely on. And I think some people are taking it as like, oh, you need other people, and he's not saying that. He's just like, I
I
want
think
this
that's his
so bad,
point.
and
I think
other
that's his
people,
point.
yeah,
Is that he does need other people to
yeah,
step up to win, and he kind of wish he's thinking that these guys that play tennis it was a great example of like it's
yeah,
all on them to be the best. No one
yes,
else can make them the best. Like they don't need to rely on anyone else. I think that's his point.
exactly.
Like
And I could
that's
see him
exactly his
being
point.
so frustrated that, like, because he is so to the extreme, and then when people don't rise to his level, it's like, like, I don't know what more I can do.
Well, I actually think that's his one. I think that's his thing that is his detriment. I think he's always handled that wrong.
Yeah,
I don't think he does it. He's so passive. Kobe was good at it. Kobe
yeah,
was just like fuck you to your face,
yes.
and that's better. That
Then
is
going on his
so was
show
M
and calling
so
out
was MJ so was
Russell,
MJ.
and yeah,
MJ was the same one. It's like fuck you to your face. Like
mm-hmm,
do better, bitch.
yeah,
Right to your face. Where LeBron is passive aggressive about it
and
and
nobody
like
likes
tries to
that.
do stuff behind the scenes, and
Yeah,
that's the issue with the way he does it. Maybe he's telling people fuck you. I don't think so though. He wants to
I
be
don't think
liked
so
at the
either.
same time. He wants
Yeah,
to be liked at the same time, which is hard to do. MJ was like, I don't care if you like me. I want to win. You know, I don't
definitely.
necessarily know that I believe him when he says he wants to win more than anyone else.
I think I do. I mean, shit.
I don't know.
He puts so much time and effort into his craft and his body, and
Sure,
I
but
think a hundred
that doesn't
percent.
necessarily mean he needs to win.
I mean, he definitely needs to win. He tries
Okay.
to create these big super teams every time, or
Well, it's because he's in like he keeps doing that, and it technically kind of works for like a year or two,
yeah,
and then it falls apart. If he really believed it, he would be better at like being like, what's a better way to do this? Because the way I'm doing it only kind of works. He could have more
right.
championships already if he would have like stuck it out with some of these teams and just said, cool, we got a bunch of young talent. I'll wait a couple of years, especially since he ended up playing 20. He's coming up on 20 years. Like, be a little
Mhm.
patient. You might have had a nice little dynasty.
Yeah,
Steph wasn't like, hey, bring everybody in. It was just like, hey, we're gonna rebuild for a couple years and we'll be fine. You know, stink for a little bit. It's fine. Tara,
did
Kevin
you?
Durant goes there. Would it be the
Where?
dumbest? The Warriors. They're
Oh,
acting like that's real. Like that may happen.
no way. That's
Yes
not
way.
gonna happen.
Tara, it is the favorite now of things that they say could happen.
Over him staying?
Well, maybe for the most likely place for him to go, they're saying is that.
Why would he
And
want to do that?
Steph's almost throwing stuff out like he'd be down with it.
Well, I'm
Because Steph
sure he
doesn't
would.
care.
No.
Yeah, he's like, oh, my team, it would make my job a million times easier.
Exactly,
And
because
I'm
he
already
had
like, my legacy is there already. I don't care.
right, and he had to pull a lot of weight last year, and
Hmm.
I'm sure,
The last couple years.
yeah. Um, did you see Tyler Hero's tattoo?
No.
Drew, Drew. It is so bad.
Tattoos not great podcast talk, but let me look it up.
I can explain it.
Explain it. Yeah, do it.
So it's a chest piece, and I believe it's a tiger, and above his nipples are two tiger eyes, and then
Yeah.
in the middle of the chest is a cross, and then there's like some
Uh-huh.
Greek style leaves on the bottom,
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at it.
and then it
Yeah.
on one chest above the eye, like maybe where an eyebrow would be, it says um no work, and then on the in red, the rest of it is black and white, and then on the other side it says no check. No work, no check. Drew,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there is a player whose swagger that I hate more than Tyler Heroes. He just seems like a super lame dude to me. And maybe it's because he like decommitted from Wisconsin, and I have a little problem with
No,
that,
he's
but
annoying.
I just
No, he's
he's
annoying.
so annoying.
He's annoying. It probably doesn't help that he helped eliminate the Bucks a couple years ago too,
Yeah.
because he decided I'm going to be good for a series. I'm going to be good for one series.
But like,
Tara, I got to be honest. The tattoo, hard to explain. I don't think anyone can visualize this. Definitely not a podcast medium that is going to work, because I'm looking at it and you described it and I still don't know what you described because it looks.
I said it's a tiger's like
I know.
eyes, and instead of a nose, there's a big cross.
I gotcha.
And then there's weird leaves on the bottom to like kind of make it look like a.
I don't think anyone's going to be able to picture this thing though. That's all I'm saying.
Well, go look at it. Everyone has phones. Go look at it. It's absolutely hideous. And that
Tyler Hero's not a cool dude. I don't know. Tyler Hero's like he was a flash in the pan thing. He scores a little bit here and there. He's not consistent enough. He's not worth people talking about, in my opinion. I think he's gonna fizzle out just because he's a dipshit. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I mean that if that tattoo has anything to say about it, he's gonna.
It's so weird because he doesn't have any other tattoos.
No, it's just this weird chest like.
It looks weird.
Piece. I know.
Go look this up, people. Type Tyler Hero tattoo. And it's weird. And it went in stages because he had the no work, no check first, it looks like. And then they added the cross and the under titty thing. Like the flower.
Yeah.
Like and it says Greek. The year 2000. Was
he
born in the year 2000?
I think so.
Is he that young?
I think he's only 22.
Maybe I hate him because he's 22,
yeah,
Tara.
He's 22
Maybe that's what
and
it is. And he's cocky and he's an idiot.
Cocky,
so maybe I thought he was a little older and like. But he's got plenty of time to figure it out.
He's a child.
He looks like an idiot.
I know.
Oh, man.
It doesn't help that he looks like he's about 18. You're right. He's just like...
yeah, we hate him because he's young and good looking. And it looks like he has a pretty attractive girlfriend.
And he lives in Miami. And God.
Katya Elise. I don't know who that is.
She was an Instagram model.
She looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Ish. I don't know. She seems extra. There's a lot going on there.
She's young too.
Out.
Young people are extra.
They're probably having a real good fucking time.
Yeah. So I'm jealous because I'm in my parents' basement doing a pod. So everything that comes out of my mouth is just jealousy.
No shit. No shit. Here we are podding across. We're like 180 miles away from each other.
Yeah.
Is that far? No.
This is the goddamn highlight of my week.
It's the highlight of her week. It's true, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like, gonna get the pod going.
My hair is wild today. I got wild hair today. That's why I took a little longer to get on here. My hair was doing some wild shit.
Mine doesn't look very good either.
I'm a mess. I don't have the AC on right now just because it's too loud and I'm like sweating and I look like a mess. Cool. You know what? That was fun. That's our sports for the week. Unless you had another sports story. Did you?
The only other thing, and this can be really quick, is Juan Soto. He is a baseball player for the Nationals.
Sure.
And he got a 13-year contract.
Oh.
He didn't get it. They offered it to him, a 13-year contract for $350 million, and he rejected it. He said, no, not today, Satan. And then they were like, okay, well, here we go. Here's another $100 million. So it was $440 million contract for 15 years. And he said, nope, I'm good. So he keeps rejecting it. Wow. And I'm just like, what the hell? And to me,
it's because it's so long. But like, why not just get that guaranteed 400 mil and just like be okay with it, dude?
Right. And
you might be worth more, but like, just take it.
And my question is, I will never understand these baseball contracts because
where's that money coming from?
Where it comes from? It like they don't have big TV contracts like nationwide ones, really, because
they do. I mean, they have decent ones. Kind of
has like their own separate. And
they have decent enough contracts.
Nobody fucking watches baseball.
It's all Tara. Baseball money is made in stadium. They make so much money at games. Tara, because
They
it is
upcharge
long.
everything.
The games are long. They buy a lot, and there's a lot of games.
Yeah.
There's so many games. It's so different than every other sport where the TV contract is less important because people go to games. They just do. Not
Yeah.
everywhere. And then there's sharing of, whatever it's called, revenue sharing. That's how like these smaller markets that don't do very well get money. There's a lot of revenue sharing, but so many people go to Yankees games, Cubs games, and they just drink and eat and eat. Most of the money's made at the concession stand is what I've found out. I thought it was like
Really?
the seats, but it's the concessions. Yeah, man. The concession money, man. That beer doesn't cost them shit. And then they charge $9 for it. Like, and go in and people have, I don't even know how much they have. So
A lot.
it's nuts.
All right.
It's nuts. Plus, I think they get a cut. I don't know how it works. Usually they have some sort of contract with the stadium, and then they get a cut of like any other like venue, anything else that plays there. You know what I mean? So there's money.
Yeah. Well, it's
There's
crazy.
money. It's weird.
I just rich people, am I right?
Yeah.
Turning down that kind of money is just
Well, who knows what they're someone might
insane.
say, here's what someone's going to pay you this. So 15 years is a long contract too. Like that's the other thing. Is like, who wants to be locked? He might be like, I don't want to be locked down to this team for that long. That's a long time to be in one place that you might hate. Where's he play Soto right now?
Washington.
Washington.
DC.
Right.
Washington, DC.
Washington. What are they called?
Nationals.
Washington Nationals. That's right. Nice. Dee boom. That was sports. We need like a little. That was sports with Tara and Drew. Something like that. That was sports. What's next? True. Do you want to read our ads real quick and then kind of have some fun with some stuff? I got some stuff to talk about.
Sure. Yeah.
Let's do our ads. I almost
Did you
forgot
do
to
more
do my
than
ad,
one
but
again?
I just did one. We're only
Okay.
going to do one now.
Okay.
We're just going to keep it quick. One every week, and we're going to post it and like until.
Oh, we're gonna keep. Oh.
What? We're going to keep doing it, Tara.
I've run out of ideas after this.
We need an ad. We need an ad. We need a sponsor. Okay.
You're gonna hate this week's for me again.
Mine's nuts. I'm gonna struggle reading it.
Ugh.
All right. You can go first.
Okay.
I want to hear how if you went same route or you mixed it
I
up.
did.
You went the same route?
Well, you'll see.
Okay.
Okay. I wrote it on paper this week.
All right, Tara. White Claw.
White
ad
Claw.
reading. Take one. Go.
Hey, Gipper. I have something for you, young man. Ooh, watch yourself. It's the claw. Ooh, the claw's coming at ya. Full of flavor and 5% alcohol. Ooh, you're excited for the claw. You're excited for that refreshing taste. Ooh, the claw. White Claw, a drink you can even enjoy with your mom's creepy new boyfriend, Jerry.
Tara, these are insane. Is this an older reference than even Toy Story, do you think? What came out first?
I
This
don't know.
Liar, Liar. The first one, no, that was a Liar, Liar reference. And the way Tara says the claw grates on my ears. I hate it. I can't stand it. She did it the same with the claw people last week. I hate it. I hate it.
Sorry.
Tara, why are your references why reference anything? Why is there a reference?
I don't know, because that's what it made me think of.
And I like that it's just the claw for you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Tara.
Claw.
It's a wild one.
Hey,
That's a
Gipper.
thing-
The second
another-
I said that, did you know what was coming?
No. I was like, why is she going like, man, she went like into the 50s. And then all of a sudden it's like, and then I figured it out. So Tara, it's good.
Thank you.
It's good. I will say. I'm gonna put it up. Maybe I won't.
They'll like.
I don't want to put
don't-
up Trulies and White Claws every week
Yeah.
as our videos, but because I did like 3 this week, just out of fun because I thought they were fun.
Yeah.
I wanted to, we go trying to get a sponsor. So, Tara, that was wild. Again,
You're welcome.
thank you. Next time, no reference. I want something straight from your heart.
Okay.
Why? I want to know why you drink White Claw, Tara. That's what I want to know. Why does Tara drink White Claw?
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Why do you drink White Claw? Liar Liar's great, by the way.
I know.
Very good movie. Mine's a tough. I don't know how I'm gonna be. I'm gonna fuck mine up. I don't know how I'm gonna get a clean read on it. I did the same bullshit, T. It starts here, and then I went to flip the page, and there was shit on it, so I had to jump back up to the other side and work
Oh,
backwards.
God. Why didn't you just rewrite it?
That's stupid. Why would I rewrite anything? All right, here we go. You ready for it?
Yes.
Maybe I'll have you write a Truly one next week. No, I want to. Maybe in the future. Right now, I want to know why Tara likes the claw.
Okay.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
So, guys, Tara had White Claw on the screen. I do not have. I fucked up. Sorry, I do not have a Truly. I thought I had one left. I blame White Claw. I blame White Claw. I blame Truly for this. I should be getting cases of Truly sent to my front door, and like me just to be their spokesman. I should be the spokesman for Truly. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I should be.
You should be.
I don't know what's going on, Truly. They don't even. I tag them in my post. I get
even
nothing. They don't even acknowledge it.
Yeah, they don't even allow it to go in there. Like, you know, when you can click on like what people. Nope.
Yep.
They say
nope,
not today.
Not you, ugly boy.
Exactly.
Come on. Like what you're putting up is so boring. If that wasn't your thing, people are like, what is this?
Right.
God, idiots. Listen to this. This better be in Truly's tagged feed next week.
Yes.
Fuckers. Here we go. Better be there. 2 years ago, we all had to change the way we live. We stayed 6 feet apart so our elderly neighbor could survive. We wore masks so the nice old man who bags groceries still because he didn't save enough money to retire can continue to crush people's bread until the day he dies. We stayed inside so grandma would stay safe. And we would eventually go back to not seeing her because we didn't want to, even though she remembered every birthday and sent a card every single year. Do you even know your grandma's birthday? But hey, we do get to work from home now. Truly Hard Seltzer. Crack one at 9 a.m. because you can.
That was interesting.
Interesting?
Yeah.
Tara, it was timely. COVID.
I know.
Did you get it? That was about COVID.
I got it. It was just some of this stuff made my heart hurt a little bit.
Yeah, that's
Like
the
the-
point. I'm
like
pulling at a heartstring.
The grandpa.
But guess what? We're all going to be okay, Tara, because we got Truly Hard Seltzer
Yep.
at 9 a.m.
9
at home.
a.m. Life's better with a Truly in hand. Some may say.
I agree. I want to drink one right now, and I don't have one.
I've got
I did
this.
I fumbled a couple of them there. I'm not happy about it.
You want to try it again?
It got a little wordy. Yeah, I should give it a character. That was the generic read. Tara, you know what, Tara? How would you like me to read it? Do you want a certain vibe?
Like maybe like Sarah McLachlan.
Sarah
for
McLachlan,
like for the ASPCA.
She just says that like monotone and deadpan. That's kind of what I just did. She's like, all dogs are dying. She doesn't.
Okay.
She doesn't have much. There's not a lot
How
of.
about
Give me something with heart.
How about a Bozo the
Maybe
Clown?
something that doesn't make sense. Bozo the Clown.
Or Krusty the Clown?
What are these?
I don't know. It's the first
2
thing
years
that
ago
came
we
to
all
my-
had. 2 years ago. 2 years ago we all had to change the way we live. We stayed 6 feet so our elderly neighbor could survive. We wore masks so the nice old man who bags groceries still, because he didn't save enough money to retire, can still crush people's bread until the day he dies. We stayed inside so Grandma would stay safe. He could eventually not go back to seeing her because she didn't want to. Wait, shit, I fucked it up.
You
We
do
could
it so
eventually go
good.
back. I know. Hold on. Take it from there. We stayed in. I can cut it, baby. Check it out. We stayed inside so Grandma would stay safe, and we could eventually go back to not seeing her because we didn't want to, even though she remembered every birthday we ever had and sent a birthday card every single year. Do you even know your grandma's birthday? But guess what? Now we get to work from home. Truly hard seltzer. Because 9 a.m., it's okay to drink now. Is that Krusty the Clown?
It worked for me. I liked it better.
I feel like it's going to be real loud in people's ears.
We'll just turn it down.
I talked about how you saying the claw was graining. That is kind of what that whole thing was.
I liked it. So
I blame Tara, guys. I blame Tara.
I liked it.
I think that was a pretty good Krusty the Clown.
I think it was.
I'm glad you said Krusty because I don't even know what bozo sounds. Bozo is a generic, like there was different bozos all over the country. Do you know that?
No.
Yeah, Bozo the Clown was like a franchise, basically. Different local networks put on their own, like different regions, their own Bozo show.
Really?
Yeah.
I love it.
They had like different, yeah, it's a real thing. I think the one we watched was based out of Chicago.
It was.
Sure.
Koala Yummies. Always wanted the Koala Yummies.
Yeah, they're probably good.
Yeah.
We so I don't know if our ads are as good this week or if they're gonna hit or if they'll even make the cut on the videos, but we'll see.
We'll see.
What else you got for me, T? Anything else this week kind of catch your eyeballs, catch your brain? Flip through them pages. I'm sweating my butts off over here.
Here's the thing, Drew. I need to start taking when I listen back, I need to start taking notes because sometimes I'm like, did we talk about this already? But I'm going to say something and then you tell me if we've talked about it.
Get to
Have
it.
we I keep seeing ads for Lollapalooza.
We didn't talk about Lollapalooza.
And I literally know like nobody. I don't even know some of the headliners.
Wow.
Like,
wow.
That's how old I am and
Tara,
out of touch.
To be fair, though.
To be fair.
Did we ever, like, I feel like I'd look at the Lollapalooza lineup every year. I know a couple bands, and then there'd just be a bunch of shenanigans I'd never heard of. And that's been the whole time.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
been the whole time. But it is worse. I could go down and find a couple. I'd maybe find, like, obviously I'd know the headliners for sure. Like, maybe the top 3 or 4, 5, 3 to 5, probably 5 each night, the big ones, and then a few random ones down the way. Where now it's like, you're right. It's like, do I even know the headliner? Why would that be a headliner? Who is that? Right.
Like Machine Gun Kelly, I know we've talked about him, but he's a headliner. And I'm like, I couldn't tell you a song he sings. I don't even know.
He had the rap against Eminem. Weird beard. Talking about he had a rap against Eminem. He rapped opposite. He said, the Eminem.
Oh, that's rap. Right. Yeah,
that's the only thing I've ever heard him do. I actually don't know any other.
No.
I know that he doesn't do like rap anymore. It's more like singy, whiny bitch shit.
He recently he was performing and he smashed a wine glass on his head. And I'm like, people like that? This is stupid. And then he was like, bleeding.
First of all, it's not even that. Why?
And people were saying people were saying it was because he was like cheersing. I'm like, no, he legit went like that. Like, unless he was cheersing his forehead, but he's just lame. God, he's lame. Cool. Who's Joe Moses? That's somebody.
Is that someone?
A headliner?
Let me pull up I'm going to pull up the Lollapalooza so we can, because I'm sure, Tara, a lot of our listeners are not young, so they'll probably be just as
confused as us.
Confused as we are, to be quite honest here. Lineup. All right. Well, Tara, it doesn't help when the first name I see is Metallica.
Yeah. I do know that.
I do know Metallica.
I do know that.
I've heard of I know who Lil Baby is. He's not a cool cat, in my opinion.
Is he the controversial one or the not controversial one?
Lil Baby. There's Lil Baby and Da Baby. Da Baby is the controversial one.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know who Lil Baby is because I was thinking of Da Baby.
Yeah.
Mario's probably listening like, these idiots. Mm-hmm. Then I don't know who Jasmine Sullivan, I imagine, is some singer. Like, probably like real vibey. That's like everything's just a vibey thing nowadays.
You said Jasmine Sullivan? I'm writing her down.
Yeah, it's all real boring. Listen to her. All right. Billy Strings. Yeah, I don't know. And then I definitely don't know anybody after that.
No.
You got Remy Wolf, Jubilee. I'm just picking random ones.
Yeah.
Sampa the Great, underscores, like Midwest underscores. I don't know. And then you go to the next night. I know Dua Lipa. I know Machine Gun Kelly. I've heard of Glass Animals. And then I don't know anyone else.
Yeah.
I don't know any of those other people.
No.
That's fine, but I think it's always kind of been that way.
No, once you get I could go down and there'd be at least a randomly, couple every day. Yeah, there'd be a couple I would know. But
you notoriously don't listen to new music.
Yeah,
you're not like out trying to find new shit. I actually am always looking for new music. So the fact that I don't know any, I used to go through these and listen to them to try to find new bands, and I'm not going to do this anymore because I never did really find that much I liked. I always think the Lollapalooza. I never wanted to go to Lollapalooza. There's always only a few things I wanted to see. Mm-hmm. J. Cole, I know. Big Sean. I've heard of Kygo. I don't know what they do though.
Is it a DJ?
I don't think so. Cascade, Idols, I don't know. And then you got Green Day is the headliner on Sunday. I don't know who J-Hope is. That's the second person. Porno for Pyros, I don't know. Kid Leroy, I know, but is lame.
Yeah, so...
I know Charlie XCX is.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of people on the Sunday lineup. I don't know a lot of... And I probably would know a lot of their songs if I heard them. But yeah, it's rough.
It is rough.
I'm not a music festival guy. I've never been to Lollapalooza. I've lived in Chicago for
14 years.
14 years. And when I moved here, I was at the right age. I mean, people really go to Lollapalooza even as they're older. They're like in their 30s. I've never been. Never wanted to go. I always just seemed like too much. Yeah. In my opinion, not a hot take. I don't like music festivals. I think they suck. I just want to go see a band I like.
Yeah.
I hate, because sometimes I'm in a band I like and I get bored. Well, maybe that's why music festival be good, because you get to discover new stuff and like, cool, let's go to this other stage and listen to something else because I'm sick of, listening to Lil Baby.
Well, I always hated at like music festivals where like finally the headliner would go on, but they would play very few songs because they had such a small slot. So you wouldn't even get to hear some of your favorite songs.
Sure. I've never been to, can I tell you something? I've never been to a music festival.
Oh, I've only been to country ones.
I've been at Summerfest while stuff was going on. I saw Nelly.
Oh, God.
I don't think we stopped at any other stages though to listen. We kind of walked around and like, and then we went and watched the Nelly show and it was like weird. I'd rather just go see a band I like. I'd rather go see a band I like and like, because people at a music festival, I say I've never been to a music festival, but I went to, it's embarrassing, but I did go to Spring Awakening one year.
Yeah.
The girl I was dating at the time
liked electronic.
I know I said it like that. You know the person. Yeah. Selena was super into it, into Spring Awakening. And I went one day and I actually had a lot of fun at first, and then she got a little too fucked up and it wasn't that fun anymore. But early on it was fun. You know what it was? When we first got there, it was just the two of us and we were just dancing and that's all we were doing. So shit we didn't know, because the nice thing about Spring Awakening is you kind of know everything because it's all like hits that just idiots remixed.
Right.
So we were dancing and having a great time in the mud and all that. And then her friend showed up and then they started getting a little rowdy and it was a lot less fun after that. But, if it would just been us or some other people that weren't as into getting weird, we probably just would have danced all night. It would have been a lot of fun. Yeah. So that, I guess, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's cool to go to a music festival if you don't know anyone, because then you kind of just have no expectations and kind of can just enjoy yourself.
You might be right.
maybe I should go to Lollapalooza and check out Wet Leg.
Yeah. They might be
Wet
your
Leg
new
is a good
Wet
Wet Leg sounds like I named that band.
Yeah, it does.
Hey, did you name my band? Yeah, Wet Leg.
Yeah.
We are Wet Leg.
Yeah, that's definitely a Drew
Definitely
Mellon
sounds
original.
like something I would have named my band. It sounds like something I would have named my band in Rock Band.
Yeah.
We're Wet Leg. That's funny. It probably is what it was. There's some good names on here.
I know.
Griff. I've heard of Griff.
Griff.
Mariah the Scientist. Coco and Claire. That's good.
Claire. I like Mariah the Scientist.
Yeah, that's good. Pink Pantheress. That's good. Goth Babe.
Descriptive.
Huh?
Wouldn't it be funny if she was just like not goth at all?
Tara, we're going to play a quick game here.
Okay.
I'm going to name 3 bands off of this.
Mm-hmm.
2 of them are real. One of them I'm just about to make up.
Okay.
Right in this moment.
Okay.
It's going to be hard to make one up in this moment, but
maybe
here we go.
Think about it right now, write it down, and then so it seems.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Vamp.
Joe, you know I ain't no vamp. I'm really excited for
Vamp. Jesus.
Really
don't say I don't vamp and then don't.
I don't vamp. Don't tell me what to do.
Jesus Christ. All right, here we go.
I froze.
You suck at it's not. She's like, hey, I like cake. It doesn't matter.
Cake.
All right, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Here we got Baby Jake, Port Wine, and Crawlers.
Baby Jake,
Port Wine, and Crawlers. What was your guess?
Baby Jake.
Wrong. I made up Port Wine.
Port Wine? I didn't even know if you knew what Port Wine was.
How do I not know what port wine is? Just because I don't drink wine doesn't know I don't know what port wine is. You don't drink port wine.
I don't.
Do you know what port wine is? Thank you very much. What is it?
It's like a wine that is a little porty. It's a little porty.
Saw that coming. I don't know. You know what port wine is. As Tara doesn't know what port wine is.
It's port. I feel like it's a red wine that is from the ports of. I don't know.
It's like a dessert wine.
Yeah, it's like
a dessert wine.
It's like a sweet wine.
It's sweet and it's a dessert wine, and it's like it's not Italian or something.
It's not Italian.
I'm not gonna. Well, no, like a lot of wine's Italian and shit like that.
Ooh.
Anyway, that was real good, Tara. Way to go. Do you want to do one more quick round of that?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me make something up. Get to fucking vamping.
It's Drew's birthday this weekend. I think he's really excited about it. We're gonna hang.
I don't care about the birthday. I do like hanging and floating down the river, though.
Yeah.
I'm not a vamp. I'm sorry.
Lately I've been really obsessed with watermelon and tahini. I really love it. It's gonna be my summer treat, and I think everyone should give it a try. It's delicious.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ready for this?
I am.
All right. We got Last Dinosaur, Hired Guns, Mark the Barber.
I wasn't
Which one did I make up? You didn't catch it at first.
I know, because I was like gonna guess the first one. Mark the Barber.
Mark the Barber was the one I made up. Mark the Barber is what I made up.
He might sing.
Mark the Bar. I call him Mark the basketball coach, but myself.
I like it.
For those that don't know, we had a barber in our hometown.
His name was
Mark, and he is still, and he was just Mark the Barber, and he was my basketball coach twice.
Mm-hmm.
He nailed it. He was, I wouldn't say he was the greatest basketball player ever or the greatest basketball coach ever, but I did enjoy having him as a basketball coach because he could kind of do whatever you wanted.
What I loved about it is he didn't have like a son on the team. He was just
Yeah, he
the
just
coach.
liked coaching hoops.
He just wanted to
One
teach.
one year his dad helped. Like
Really?
his old man father.
That's
Yeah.
fun.
The funny thing, Tara, as I say that, Mark the Barber, when he was my coach the first time, was probably like my age now.
That's insane.
And his dad was probably Dad's age. Honestly.
Time is a weirdo.
Time's a weird thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. It's getting late. Let me get to emails. Holy shit. We didn't do a top 3 again. Do you have a top 3? People like the top 3s.
I was gonna say, since it is your birthday week, what are the top 3 favorite gifts you've ever gotten for your birthday?
Oh, dang. Here's the thing. I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm at an age and I'm at a time in my life. I'm like, I wish gifts were less of a thing.
Yeah.
But everyone's always giving gifts. They love giving gifts. Who am I to tell a person not to give a gift? But gifts have always, I hate getting a gift. It makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then I was like, man, I got to get this person an awesome, especially when it's an awesome gift. I'm like, I got to give them an awesome gift.
I know.
Birthday gifts only, Tara?
Yeah.
Or gifts of any sort? Birthday gifts only.
Birthday gifts only.
Shit.
Or we can, if you don't want to do gifts, we could do like favorite birthday parties.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I've only had a few birthday parties. I've had a lot of birthday parties. Yes.
Yeah.
But they're all very similar. So
yeah.
After a certain age. Favorite birthday gifts. I would say I'm not going to go in any sort of order.
Yeah.
One I really liked. I got the God, I don't remember who made it, but it was the fire and ice grill.
Oh yes.
And it was a grill on top of a cooler, and you would step on a little pedal, and the grill would rise up, so you could get into the cooler and then grill at the same time. It was awesome. Mm-hmm. I loved that thing. The cooler worked okay. It didn't really keep stuff cold that well, but and then like when you cooked, the grease would kind of drip down onto the cooler. that was like the thing, but not too bad. But that was kind of the downfalls of it. But other than that, it was on wheels, and you would have the grill and the cooler all in one spot. It was heavy as fuck, though. It was heavy as shit. It was like basically, those red grills that everyone that are like a surface, like they pop up onto legs and they're like portable. Like the red, I think they're Coleman does them, maybe, Tara?
Mm-hmm.
That was what the grill was like. It was like one side was like ridges, and it was a gas grill. And one side was ridges, and the other side was like almost like a flat skillet deal. It was awesome. I loved it. Burgers, brats, dogs. It was great for tailgating. A lot of good times. That's probably that might be number 1. I loved that gift. Number 2, I would say, is the current grill I have. Miranda got me a grill when we moved into our new apartment for the first time together. She bought me a sick ass grill last year for my birthday, and we cook on the grill, Tara, even in the winter, 2, 3, 4, 5 times a week.
Yeah.
We always use it.
It's loved.
And I cook all the time because of it. I love cooking with the grill. I do it all the time. I think it was a great investment for Miranda.
Yeah.
Just because she gets to eat
really good
food. Yeah, I made ribs last night.
Oh, Drew, your ribs are the best. I don't think Mom likes hearing that, but
yeah, don't tell
Mom. Your ribs are the best.
I heard Mom got set up on, might be listening to this more, so we'll see. Ribs are awesome. And then my third and final, I don't think I got any more grills for my birthday, so that's okay. Man, I'm trying to think of some other things I got for my, cause like when did I get what? Oh, my 8th birthday, I got a bike, a sick ass, like off-road bike.
Ooh.
I loved it. It was really cool. I can't remember what it was called. I don't even know what kind of bike it was. I think it was it wasn't like a BMX bike. No, man, what was it called? It was a super cool bike though. And we had behind us, when we had just moved to that house, behind us there was like someone had built like a bike trail, and I could ride my bike on it. And it was better than riding just like a normal, like, I don't even know what I had. Like I had like a little kid bike before that, and then they got me that, and it was pretty sick. I definitely crashed that a couple times. I remember going off a jump and landing face first and fucking my face up. I loved that bike. That was a cool bike. I like that bike better than the bikes I got later on that were like 10 speeds or whatever they were. It was a cool bike. I thought it was I can't remember what kind of bike it was. Damn. I wonder if I Google real quick, like 90s bikes. 90s I wanted this bike so bad. I think I saw a commercial for it. On like Nickelodeon or something, and I got the bike I wanted, man.
Gosh, Nickelodeon.
90s bike. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be fine just looking 90s bicycle up.
I'm guessing probably not.
So I don't have enough. I don't even know how to explain it. It had like cool colors on it. It was like black, but it had like little like hints of like on the accents were like green and like had like little pink, and it was like it was like neon color, not neon, whatever the the colors back in the 90s. It had 90s colors on it.
You really
So that's
sound
probably
like
my
you
three.
loved that bike.
Huh?
I didn't realize how much you loved that bike.
Oh, I loved that bike. I didn't really have a cool bike before that. I don't even know if I had a bike before that, to be honest, Tara.
Me? Oh, I'm sure you
did.
did.
I had a really shitty bike that I kept at Dana's.
Oh.
It was like this blue old shit bike. It was terrible. I loved it because I learned how to ride my bike with it. But what about you, Tara? Do you have a top 3 birthday gifts?
Last birthday, I got 2 awesome pairs of sunglasses, a pair of Ray-Bans and a pair of Ralph Lauren sunglasses, and I love them. And then one year I got a cell phone, and it was awesome. It was my first cell phone. Drew also got a cell phone for my birthday.
We were sharing one before. Sharing with quotes around that.
Because Drew doesn't know how to share appropriately.
I can't.
No.
We were sharing before that.
Mm-hmm.
We were sharing before that.
And
instead
then
we both got new ones.
And it was pretty awesome. It was like a little Motorola that had like a snap case, and I don't even think it was really a case. It just like for protection, it was to be like a different color and cool, because those things were never going to break even without a case.
Yeah, they're awesome.
And last but not least, I got a brand new stereo in my car, and I was at a volleyball game, and when I got back, my car was parked, and my parents had put the stereo in while I was gone. So when I turned on my car, the radio was blasted, and I was like, Jesus. And I looked down, and I had a brand new stereo in my car. So
sweet.
It's pretty awesome.
Know that
yeah.
Story. I probably did. I just don't remember. But
yeah.
That's fun. I like that.
Yeah.
Birthdays. I do actually. I don't mind birthday gifts. I think birthday gifts are fun. It's celebrating you. I wish like Christmas holiday gifts would go away a little more.
It's just like
Miranda's family's like super into holiday gifts. I say holiday gifts because they're Jewish, so they do Hanukkah. We do Christmas. It's like there's buying presents for everyone and having to get a present from everyone and 8 nights of it.
Yeah.
When it comes to Hanukkah, holy shit! I don't know, man. I don't need, because most of the time, especially something like that, there's a bunch of like you get like stuff like, it's nice enough, but do you need it? No, it's usually something like, oh, this is fun, but you want to maybe you didn't need it at all. Sometimes you really get a gift when you really get a gift that you're going to use all. Like for instance, they gave me last year for my birthday, they gave me a Led Zeppelin box set. I love it. It's very cool. I'm very happy with it. It is something I probably would have bought myself. But then like for the holidays, like one of like her aunt gave me like this board game that's like a drinking game. Like I don't need that. I used it and it was fun. It was fun when we played it, but do I really need another? I may never use it again after we used it a couple times.
Yeah.
And now it's just something I got to store, I think that ends up happening a lot when you like force gifts. When you do them so often, like, man, I got to come up with a bunch of gifts and you end up giving people stuff. Do I really need a bunch of more stuff that I got to go with all my other stuff? Where then sometimes it's like, or if it just is that one gift a year, the birthday gift, I think it's always ended up being really more thoughtful. It's like, cool, this is one gift. And it's like, I don't have to really, and if a bunch of people think about it together and just kind of do one gift, like as a group, and it ends up being kind of cool. I don't know. Gifts are, and I'm someone that actually gives thoughtful gifts sometimes, but I like to do experiences as well. Miranda actually told me what I'm doing for my birthday. We're doing a pottery workshop to throw a pottery wheel. That'll be fun. I'm excited.
Yeah, that sounds super fun.
I think that's going to be
You've
fun.
been wanting to do that for a while.
Yeah, I actually have been wanting to do that. I almost bought myself a wheel, but I had nowhere to put it. So, birthday gifts.
Birthday gifts.
Gifts in general. Sometimes I don't like them. Sometimes, though, it's fun. I think birthdays, that's just bring it just to birthdays. We don't all need to be giving each other gifts for like weird holidays. That's when you should be giving to other people, I feel like, which was nice. Her family respect last year was like, hey, I don't really want gifts. So they all donated charities for me, which
That's
I really
awesome.
liked a lot.
Yes.
That was great. I really enjoyed it. Okay. We got some emails. First one is from a first-time emailer, David. David, I'm not going to say his last name. Well, I can just cut it out. It's David Moore.
Oh.
Yeah, David Moore. Yeah, David's been listening to our podcast. It says, good evening, good morning, whatever. Your podcast is hilarious. He likes the pod.
Aww.
His first thing, he has like 4 little notes here. He says, starting with Tara not thinking Memento was great, blew his mind. She said maybe he actually thinks he maybe should never be allowed to give a movie rating again. So, and then he said you compared it to 50 First Days, and he's like, all right, this is enough of that shit. But he said we talked about the WNBA last week, and he said if you want a hilarious take on the WNBA and the way it's treated, check out the new Bill Burr pod stand up, which I had seen already when I saw this email. I didn't finish it, but it's funny because Marianne like, oh, you just literally talked about the WNBA, and it was very much like it's kind of what I was trying to say. He's basically like, why do I have to watch the W? Like, you're not watching it. He's like, all these like feminist women, they're not watching it. Like, why don't you guys go out and like, he's like, you know why the NBA is good? Because all these dudes go out and like idiots. I'm like, and go support teams for no reason, like blindly.
Right.
It's like, go support. If you want it to be big, then go support it. It's not on Bill Burr to go watch a WNBA game, because why should he have to go watch something he doesn't want to watch?
Right.
Which I think is a great take. It's like, go watch it then. Like, go support the WNBA, because it just isn't supported that well, you know?
Right.
Like in-house, go. Obviously the TV deal is another thing, like having a TV deal, but if people aren't going to see it live, like in their own city, like there's not a bunch of women in Chicago that are feminists that are going to like call themselves feminists that are going to watch WNBA games. They're just not. And I think that was kind of his point. Like, you know,
but I will
complain
say,
about something, but you also got to like, go ahead.
I think Chicago, because they just won, was it last year or 2 years ago? And I think that they had it was last year. They had a really good like showing and support, which I was
Chicago does do a pretty good job of just supporting teams in general. Actually, I'm pretty impressed with it. There's a lot of people here, and there's a lot of people of different walks of life that are like, cool, I'll go watch a WNBA game. Yeah. And Candace Parker came back to the team, and she's from Chicago. So I think that really boosted up attendance because people wanted to go see a local girl try to win. So I think that was a big part of that.
Definitely.
He wants to hear, maybe we'll do this. Maybe we'll do it real fast. I don't think we could do this one fast. It says, I want to hear the 3 most embarrassing moments of each of our lives.
Oh God.
I don't hate it, but I also don't want to have, maybe that'll be a thing for us this week. We'll come up with something.
I'll have a fun one for David though right now. This wasn't the most embarrassing thing, but he was in my gym class, and his last name and my last name are right by each other, and it was my freshman year, and I was Drew's little sister. So he would always like...
Yeah, Dave's my age.
Yeah, he would always mess with me. And one day he like farted on my head in attendance line. And I was like, ah! And I was like already like so shy. And that just,
Was he like the student thing or whatever?
No, we had a sophomore and a freshman gym class. So... we were
that'll happen. They'll have like 2 going on at a time. Yep.
And I was just like shy little Tara.
Yeah. That's so David.
By David.
That's such a David move. He was so like, he's like, who can I fuck with? Like I fucked with people a lot. His was very like, I'm a fart on your head.
Yeah.
And, like not even worry about how embarrassed this teenage girl will be. Yeah. I get it. I was meaner. Mine was more like worded. Mine was more words. I'd be like saying a lot of wild stuff, and Dave was more like, I'm going to be disruptive with like my actions.
Yeah.
We're different sort of disruptive dudes. But anyways, let's keep doing it. Show's hilarious.
Oh, thanks, David.
Yeah. Follow David on Instagram. What is it? It's like gas station hot dog.
Yeah.
I believe. I'll tag him in something. But anyway, that was the first one.
Thanks,
Then we'll
Dave.
pop to the next one. The next three are all regulars. The next one is Miranda. She says, "Okay, this email is late. If we don't read it, that's fine. I don't late for what? Like I don't know when people. It's a podcast. Someone, our cousin is listening from the beginning. Is like you don't have to start at the beginning. Like they get better. Like if you start, you can, and she is, but
which is fun. She's just sending us little thoughts.
Yeah. She says the first thing she says I've been trying to get her to watch The Village, but she skipped over the spoiler when we spoiled it. But she says, but now I know it has a twist ending, so I don't know if I want to watch it. She was never going to watch it with me. Her top 4 she gave us though. She said the Beatles. Ooh. She said her birthday because she was born on the 4th.
I love it. That's a good one.
My mistake. I might have to change my top 3 top 4s. And then she said suits in a deck of cards. There are 4 suits in a deck of cards. That's pretty good. That's not bad.
Drew and I realized that we missed out on foreskin. So
foreskin.
We were like,
we didn't say foreskin, which is like, how didn't we not have foreskin?
Why?
And how did Dad not send an email that immediately said foreskin? Exactly. That's the real question. She said she used to get super nervous on boats, sick on boats. I don't know what that came out about. Did we talk about that? Oh, we talked about maybe going on a boat for the 4th. We're talking
about getting old and like worrying about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Getting sick. But she said she did it even when she was younger. So
yeah.
And she said for this week's where are Emily's music recommendations?
True. Oh my God, I was thinking of that.
We talked Lollapalooza. Maybe Emily, check out some of those bands we mentioned. Maybe Mark, you know what? Try a couple of those bands we mentioned.
Yeah, Mariah the Scientist.
Maybe Wet Leg. Check out Emily. Check out Wet Leg. Get back to us in an email.
Yeah.
Tell us about Wet Leg. We should. She said we should both write taglines for the states that we currently live in. That could be fun. Mm-hmm. And then she just said watch The Sopranos, which I talked about last week. She's obsessed with The Sopranos. She wants to watch it every time we finish an episode. She wants to watch another one. I'm like, I can't. I want to like take my time with it.
Yeah.
So I only allow like 1 to 2. Sometimes I will let her do 3 episodes. But I don't want to just crush because it is like a lot.
Yeah, and it's like an hour.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of that. But when her and I watch shows together, we're really like because there's plenty of shows I watch not pay attention to, but there's plenty you got to watch. So sometimes I just want to take a break from that.
Yeah.
Randu also sent us one.
Randu.
He wrote episode 15 at the top, so it's specifically for episode 15.
Okay.
He calls us the Melon Quirrel people. He really likes the top 3 this week, so props to Tara. His top 3 would include Chris Farley, obviously, but he doesn't like overlap on the lists. So here's his other 3.
I like that.
He said Les Paul, Tony Shalhoub, and Bob Uecker.
Oh, I love Uke.
Not bad. Not bad at all. I love Tony Shalhoub.
I love Tony Shalhoub. He's good in everything.
And then I guess Randy likes guitars. I don't know if you know Les Paul.
I didn't. I was like,
he's a guitar guy. He creates guitars. Les Paul guitar.
Oh, I like it.
But Tony Shalhoub, love Monk, love Marvelous Miss Maisel. Bob Uecker is a classic voice. All these other guys talking on there's some other good like radio guys, but Bob's awesome. He was really good in
Major League.
Good in his Major League, and he was really good in the TV show he's in.
I don't
where
know.
he had the guy was his butler. Tara. Mr. Belvedere.
He was in Mr. Belvedere?
He's in Mr. Belvedere. Yeah.
Are you sure?
He was the guy. He was the dad in Mr. Belvedere.
I gotta watch that now.
That's crazy. You didn't know that.
I didn't.
And then a final note. He said Drew was judgy in this episode. Felt like a different vibe in the podcast, but that's just his opinion.
Randu, I felt the same way.
I was, I think the last 2 weeks. Tara, your takes were sucky, and I didn't like them, and I wanted to shut you down.
I know.
I was a little judgy again.
It's funny because I was
judgy
like
this week again.
The first video you put up, I was like, man, Drew looks like a real asshole. And then the second video you put up, I'm like, oh my God, Drew is really letting his asshole shine. And
he said, I'm enjoying listening still, though. And he'd like 2 episodes per week. So,
Oh.
which I've kind of, with love, don't.
Oh gosh, what a nerd.
That's a good one. One more quick one, then we're getting the fuck out of here. Heads up, kiddos, from Dad.
Oh God.
He set Mom up to listen to Melon Fights. When it came on, Drew was talking about banging, and she said she didn't like when we go dirty.
Well,
I told her not to listen, but I think she's gonna listen. So cut the F-bombs in half. Not until she tells me how many I said in an episode.
I don't think
So
you
that's
were
when-
very F-bomby today.
I think I say it so often you don't even notice anymore. I
Maybe.
just said it literally right before this email. I said, and then we're fucking out of here. I believe I said. He said, and he gave us some Nebraska taglines.
Ooh.
He said, Nebraska, have a Tuesday.
What a dork.
Nebraska, if you think we stink, suck our dink. Nebraska, we suck and don't give a fuck. Sorry, Drew and Tara's mom. Don't count the F-bomb against Drew. Nebraska, we joined the Big Ten and we are pretty lame. We did mention that. And Melon Fights. Oh, this is Melon Fights. Melon Fights, we're not for everyone. Especially Melon Fighter's mom. Peace, Daddy.
I love it.
He gave us a catchphrase. I like that.
I love
I like
it.
that a lot.
We're not for everybody.
This looks like it's going to be the longest episode yet. Let's get out of here, Tara.
Well, I haven't even given my grievance. We have to do grievance.
We don't... Tara, it's like an hour 20 in already.
It's a real quick one.
Go. It's never quick.
It
we go off.
Well, we don't have to go off. We can just make it quick. My grievance is not being able to, like, flick the bird when you're road raging like you used to, because it used to just be like fun to like, but now you have to worry about the repercussions because people are crazy.
I think that was always the case.
Nuh-uh.
And yes,
I'm
not a bird flipper anyway. I'm a yell, fuck you fucker kind of guy. Like, I try to get eye contact, like, I hate you. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Oh God.
Fuck you, fucker.
Oh God.
Yeah.
There goes our F's for the.
Well,
No, I love a good flick off, and now I can't do it. Like, I was gonna do it in Mom's car the other day, and she's like, Tara, like, I was knocking on my window to get someone's attention, and she was like, Tara, stop it. I'm like, you're right.
well, maybe. I mean, it's just not good to be aggressive like that anyway. So.
It's hilarious. It can be really fun to have, like, I was driving the convertible once, and I was
when
having,
someone else
like,
flips you back off.
They first flicked me off, and then I did, and, like, it was who's gonna, it was a game of chicken. Who's gonna bring their middle finger down first? I didn't. I won.
Yeah, I don't throw the bird up. I'm like, fuck you, you fuck. I yell it. I'm aggressive when I'm mad. I think it's probably a little scary. Because I got a big head and a beard and a body. Yeah. But the car I'm driving doesn't normally convey big dude. But so all right, flipping people off. Yeah, people are dangerous. People shoot people for less than that. Yeah. For way less than that. So I think there should be a law that if you flip someone off, you're allowed to, but they're allowed to flip you off back. Yeah. You can flip each other off as much as you want.
Like, that's way fun.
And if you take it to the next level after a flip, it's like extra bad. Like, you get double, like it's like, dude, we all agree that flipping people off is acceptable. That's like how we get our stress out on the road.
And it's funny. When you look back on it, it's like, that's hilarious.
I never. So for me, flipping off, it's an in-person thing where it's like, it's
you
quiet,
are in person,
it's like close to the body, where I think without the car there's too much like of the world seeing it, where this is like, I'm waiting for you to look at me and just be like, fuck yourself.
I flicked Dad off at Costco the other day. I was like, hey dad, because he was over off in the corner doing something with his phone, and then he like looked up at me angry, and I like flicked him off, and like he just looked down like pissed. I'm like, that was hilarious. So I was like, hey dad, and people were around, but I was like, brought it low.
Miranda and I flick each other off all the time.
It's fun.
Like, but it's not of an anger ever. It's just like, if one of us looks at it, just looks over. We have our den has a door on it with windows, and we'll just knock on it and flip the bird. I like flipping the bird.
I do too.
That's why it doesn't work for me in the car anger, because I got to be like, whoa, fucker. There's too much love and fun behind the middle finger.
Well, that's what kind of why I like it, because it's a little bit of a road rage, but it's like not really. It's just like,
Sure. Well, Tara, have yourself a Tuesday.
You have yourself a Tuesday.
Have a Tuesday.
Have a Tuesday.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba,
Melon fights.